Hey everyone, Jordan Dunsmore from YTS Wealth Management with another edition of Off the Charts. This week we want to dive into the real estate market. Is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? Is it finally time to buy that dream house in Florida? Let's go to the charts. So the slide we want to start with today is existing home sales versus inventory. This is really a way for us to see, is it a seller's market? Is it a buyer's market? We can go back to the year 2000 when the real estate boom started. You could see for about 7 years, it was a great time to be a seller. You could get top dollar for your home, and then it was a meltdown after that. Starting at about 2007 until 2015, it was a great buyer's market. You could buy properties 50% below their price, what they were 6 or 7 years before. So a great time to buy. Interest rates were also low. Then we had the real estate chaos during COVID. There was very little inventory out there. A lot of people wanted to buy a new home, maybe in a more desirable location. That led it to being a great seller's market. Again, if you had property in Florida, if you had property in South Carolina or a state like that, you could get top dollar for it. But right now, when we look at the real estate market, it's just a little bit of a buyer's market where you have slightly more inventory than sales. But again, the inventory levels are the lowest we've seen in 25 years. And sales are as low as we've seen basically since the bottom of the real estate market in 2011, 2012. So as a whole, not the best market for buyers or sellers right now. One other metric we want to look at is new home sales. And what we look at here is the monthly supply of new houses. So this chart you see, the numbers in the blue would reference how many months it would take to sell every new home on the market right now if we stop building homes today. And right now it's a little over 8 months. And the one area that leaves us slightly concerned is you can see these blue spikes here, 1974, 80, 82, mid-90s, 2000, the Great Recession, and then 2020. A lot of the times when you see the spikes in the monthly supply of new houses, it leads to that gray bars you see there, and that's recessions. So lastly, we want to look at just the geography of the US, and right now, where is it a seller's market and where is it a buyer's market? This one is really unique to us because it's shifted 180 degrees from when COVID first started. Currently, right now, the hottest markets in real estate are the Northeast, and then you have the West Coast. If you want that Florida home, it just got a whole lot cheaper. You can see the Southeast is significantly cheaper right now and significantly more of a buyer's market. We think a lot of this just is a byproduct of the beginning of COVID. A lot of people moving to the Southeast, a lot of people moving to Texas, and now the migration has started back to the coast, back to the Northeast. So we're going to see how this continues to play out. But again, if you have that property that you've been looking at in the Southeast, I'm sure it's gotten a lot cheaper. Maybe it's time to buy. So thank you for tuning in to this week's edition of Off the Charts, and we'll see you next week.